Linux.
What's going on, guys?
Son Goku and Chichi.
Thank the heavens for Piccolo. It's funny, actually.
The surrogate dad.
Let's just talk about the parental aspect of Goku and Chichi. This goes back to the lack of communication. Like, neither one of them ever really talked to Gohan. Like, ever. I think Goku has like a little heart-to-heart when they're training in the hyperbolic time chamber. Mm-hmm. But like, as far as like getting to actually know Gohan, the only one who ever does that is Piccolo. Chi-Chi's like the super stereotypical overbearing mom who wants to control Gohan. She doesn't want him to end up like his dad. Goku just kind of wants him to follow in his footsteps and be a warrior, but that's just natural like blood of a Saiyan with him. And
stop it, Majin Buu.
Piccolo,
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
yeah, like Piccolo is like the only one that really does get to know him and like nurture him. And if you really think about it, how Gohan acts a lot of like prime example, he hung out with his dad all through the hyperbolic time chamber. What did he do immediately after? When Goku got his clothes fixed, he literally went to Piccolo and was like, "Can you make me a uniform like yours?" Aww. He didn't even want like. I always look at that scene because like him and Goku literally went in dressed the same, and the very first thing he did when he get out, "Hey Piccolo, can I get an outfit like yours?" You know?
I want to be like you.
Yeah, like it really just shows kind of like the disconnect. So if we're talking about them as a couple, like as far as parents, like they kind of like completely screwed that one. And even just as a couple in general, like Goku really is selfish in a lot of ways. Like he's really kind of like a man-child when it comes to fighting. So if he doesn't get the chance to do it, he throws a fit. He doesn't even like listen to Chi-Chi, or he tries to scheme his way around it versus like really hearing her concerns about it. So it's just like the communication with that couple is completely shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely agree on that.
All right, well, definitely some good points, but I will say, Lennox, you may have forgotten at the Buu saga when, you know, he's like, "Kibito, I want to fight in the same outfit as my dad." You forgot about that moment. So he does do that towards the later.
I'm not giving him that. I'm not giving him that.
I told you, I know. He tries to bury Goku anytime he can. Krillin and Hachigo, a.k.a. Krillin and number 18. Tell us, why do you think Krillin and 18 are the greatest couple in Dragon Ball?
It's mainly just the development of their relationship as a whole, like, that's believable. You gotta think, she started off, like, liking him in general because she didn't kill him when they were on that roadway.
Yeah.
Him sparing her life, just kind of the build-up to their relationship in the Buu saga where you actually realize that they got married. They genuinely do care for each other. Even when Gohan punches the crap out of Cell and he ends up vomiting her up, the one to react the most was Krillin because he was like, wait, like, that's Android 18. Like, she was alive in him all that time. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things where, like, he cared. Even when they tried to get rid of her at the end of that, he was like, no. Like, he was the one that was going to defend that. So it's one of those things where, like, they stuck by each other. And although she could be harsh on Krillin, because Android 18 is probably his biggest critic ever within the show, the thing about it is that they push each other to do better. She's a little bit heavy-handed with it, but she definitely cares for her husband. You can't mess with Krillin. She can mess with Krillin. You can't mess with Krillin. Mm. You know, and that's, you know, and it's vice versa. You know, one of the biggest things that's always really cool is that when Buu was on the Kami's lookout, the very first thing Krillin knew he didn't stand a chance at fighting him, but he wanted to give 18 and Marin a fighting chance at getting away. And that's something where it's like, you can see they didn't even have to say it. He just looked at her and she already knew what to do. And that just shows the years of like their bonding, the connection that they have. They read each other. And that's why I voted them as number one. They feel like a complete couple who's been through some stuff.
Son Gohan and Videl. Lennox cannot stand Gohan. Lennox hates Gohan. He buries
I still hate the character.
So I hate the character. I can't.
But did you hate him in Cell Games?
I hate him. Period. Like,
really? I love him in Cell Games. I had a crush on him. Oh my gosh, he was adorable.
You guys listen to one of our Dragon Ball Super reviews. Whoa. It's he goes in his whole rant. But yeah, as long as I'm
sitting there seething. Look at him.
Oh yeah, I was looking as we were all three talking. I was looking over to my other screen where Lennox is, and he's just like.
I can't wait to get this out. I've never heard anyone say they don't like Gohan. Like,
I mean, now he's lame. He's lame. I get it.
Yeah, there are certain parts of Gohan, but yeah, Lennox. For as long as I've known him, he's never liked Gohan. So I'm very interested to hear. You've buried the character so much. Are you gonna bury his relationship? Do you respect him as a husband, as a family man? Let's hear it, Lennox.
it goes back to kind of what it goes back to what she said. It goes back to what Becca said. If this was like real, no, even if it wasn't real life, like their relationship is so like overly romanticized. Like it's the perfect relationship, and I think that's why I don't like it. It's because it's like the lack of angst, the lack of the complexity of getting over trials. You know, you're not going to always see eye to eye in a real relationship. And I hate the fact that they do. It's like they're never angry at each other. Ever. Like, they're never angry. There's never a problem. They're always in unison. It's like, this isn't real. And it kind of goes back to one of the reasons why I don't like Gohan. It's because everything about him just seems convenient. And this is one of those things where like this relationship is almost too good to be true. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's cute. I get why people would like it, but I personally, for what I look for as far as characters and development, it's just too good to be true. It's way too good to be true. That's why it ended up as number 3 on my list, because like I just can't see it. Like, that's not real. Hatred for Gohan aside, because I think he's a pansy, but like, you know, it's just the complexity of the relationship is so. I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe it. It's like Brady Bunch. Like the mom and dad always get along. Like that's what it reminds me of. And it's so staged that I just cannot get behind that type of relationship. That's all it is.
I can see that.
I will say though, they did mention and obviously we'll have ups and downs, but it's just part of those. It's just we don't see those moments. I think that's the big thing. Yeah, those moments you're talking about are played out on screen for us all the time with the other couples, but for them it's never. But see, another thing too is remember Toriyama's writing. I think he just takes a simple approach to Gohan and Videl. That's the thing. Like the other ones, he's probably tried to be more complex with them. That's what I think. That's just Toriyama is a writer, right?
But that's the problem though. Like, I mean, I get you want to show kind of like the best of it. Like with Goku and Chichi, he showed the worst. With Gohan and Videl, he kind of shows the best. With Krillin and 18, you kind of get to see the end of a long journey. And then with the other couple in discussion, you get to see it come to fruition from start to finish. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? So he took different writing directions with it. It's just that me personally, I'm not a fan of the happy, like the overly happy ending. You know, I just
always
can't do
known
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. Well, because it's not real. Like, it just seems so fake and so staged to me. Like, I just cannot get invested in that.
But hey, great opinions, everyone. I'm pretty sure Toriyama's, well, a lot of people feel Toriyama's doing that already with Gohan, but you've probably taken a lot of Gohan's fans' hearts right out right now, I assume. But
don't worry. Got many more. Many more.
But great takes.
I mean, that could be a whole nother video. Geez.
Oh, absolutely. All right, let's get
assassination.
To our final couple, Vegeta and Bulma. Lennox, you're the big Vegeta fanboy. I'm surprised this did not make your number 1, but go ahead, let's hear it. Me and you actually agreed to them being at number 2. Let's go ahead and hear it.
Wow.
The only reason, literally the only reason why they didn't make my number 1 is because I feel that relationship is still playing out. Once again, we've seen the entire timeline from when he first hits Earth till currently in Super, him and his interactions with Bulma. I even think on Namek, when he had the opportunity to kill her, he didn't. In the cave, he literally had the opportunity to just end Bulma right there, but he didn't. But one of the biggest things, and she just said it, and this is why it goes back to kind of, you can tell who cares for who. Vegeta got a whole Zenkai boost when Beerus hit Bulma. It wasn't one of those like, oh, I'm angry because you hit her. He's like, how dare you? Like, I don't care if you're God of Destruction, if you're God. They could have been Xeno. He literally would have thrown hands with whoever touched Bulma. And like, that just shows the difference in the level of care he has. One of the things, like I think it's because she challenges him too. We get to see that other aspect of Vegeta. Like, he's always been a prideful type of character. He doesn't like to be proven wrong. He always thinks he's right. He's pretty headstrong. And the fact that somebody like Bulma who challenges him, but not only challenges him, but makes him listen, the fact that we even get to see that means that there is some type of care, there's some type of attention that he always allots to her. And it's just nice to see that relationship kind of, you know, develop. Even one of the things that, and I always kind of get a little choked up whenever I see it, when he does the final explosion on Boo, and they tell Bulma what happened,
Oh my
she's
God.
broken.
Oh,
Like,
I
it
forgot
wasn't
about
like
that.
Chi-Chi when Gohan was banged up and she was crying and she kind of recovered. Bulma wasn't moving. Like, she was done for a minute. She was broken. And that lets you know the level that their relationship, like, where it was at, without it being specifically shown. We didn't see all the good times, you know what I mean? But that just shows you, even just from the little moments we got, like, oh yeah, they really like each other. And then you realize, like, oh no, they really loved each other. And it's in moments like those where, you know, when Vegeta sacrificed himself and she broke down on Kami's tower, when he literally manhandled Beerus for a couple seconds because he was, you know, pissed off at the fact that Beerus actually had the audacity to touch his wife. You see that type of emotion, and it's that raw emotion that's built up from all of their trials, you know, from, you know, the little annoyances that she would give him when he first when he got back to Earth after Namek, you know, and they were arguing over, you know, the armor and the clothes and the pink shirt, you know, and stuff like
Bad
that.
man.
Yeah, like, you know, it's all of that you get to see in those moments, and that's why this couple is a really, really strong couple. And I just can't wait to see where it ends. That's the only reason why I didn't make my number one. Like, I feel like with Krillin in 18, we've seen the end of the journey, and we're just kind of coasting with it right now. Vegeta and Bulma is still developing, and that's kind of the fun part.
Something you wanted to say, Lennox?
No, you just reminded me, and then it just, like, I just kind of kept replaying it in my head. But Vegeta spends a lot of time with Kid Trunks.
Yes, he does.
Like, it just dawned on me. I was like, holy crap, you do see a lot of clips of them together, which is one of the defining factors that you see amongst, like, all of the other couples, maybe with the exception of Krillin and Marin. But you see him spend, like, even the scene where Trunks makes the bets with him, he was training with his dad. You know, and he literally, you know, was like, Goten ended up having to go with Gohan. You know, Goku wasn't there. I get it. I'll give him a pass. But, you know, he was dead. But you really do see, like, a lot of time being spent with Trunks. And even just for him to have the ultimatum of, all right, if you can hit me, we'll go to the park. You know what I mean? That's not something that you just do randomly. I'm pretty sure he's had bets like that with Trunks many a time. Because I think Trunks even says, like, are you serious this time? You know, like, you're not going to, like, bail out like last time. You know what I mean? So, like, that shows that he's done this, you know, on multiple times, either when they were training or out together, where he spent time with Trunks. So that's just one of the things that you see from Vegeta.
Right, yeah, and I go back to that with Goku and Chi-Chi's relationship, is the fact that even no matter how many times Goku is gone, they still love him no matter what when he comes around. And I think that's the same thing can be applied to Trunks. Before Vegeta even hugged him once, he thought so highly of his father. You see it all. He's father